if you ask any heroin addict who's using, if they think people notice that they're high, they'll say no. Because even you can be high and you can look at yourself in the mirror, and you'll see the exact same person that you were before you ever did heroin. It's almost like your mind won't allow you to know that your body is physically being drained, and your mind won't allow it. The heroin won't allow your mind to pick up on that.
For any parents that are looking, maybe suspect of their kids, or for friends, that see it in their friends or anything like that, the main tall tale signs.
The thing is their eyes. I mean, one, they'll have the dark circles under their eyes, but I mean, that can be from a lot of things, I mean, other than drugs. But the pupils are almost non-existent. So if you're outside, it's nighttime, and your pupils are not dilated at all, that's heroin. That's any opiate really, but it's heroin. It's especially.
Your eyes are like pins, like very, very small. Also, your voice will get a little bit raspy. Yeah, definitely raspy.
The voice gets really raspy. So if I were sitting here talking to you, my voice would be, instead of like this, it would be like kind of slower. And that's also something people don't really pick up on, because, I mean, a lot of things make your voice raspy too.
Nodding off, which is basically like falling asleep, especially like at a time where it like doesn't make sense to be falling asleep, like in the middle of a conversation with someone. One
day when my mom first started to pick up on it, she was driving me to my friend's house, and I was kind of, nodding out in the passenger seat, and I said, "Oh, I'm just tired," but I mean, if you're going over to a friend's house, you're not going to be falling asleep on the way over there. It's a Friday night, it's 6 o'clock at night, And that was kind of when my mom started to pick up on it. She knew something was up, but she didn't know what. I mean, she would ask me, she would be like, "Are you on heroin?" And I would just be like, I would instantly just be like, "Mom, like, who's going to do, why would I, And that was that, and she would believe me, because, there's such a perceived person of what a heroin addict is, and it's almost 9 times out of 10, it's the exact opposite person of that.
For the most part, kids are going to downtown Chicago to get this. So if you're noticing like there's a ton of miles on your car, like, and you're not really sure where it's coming from because you just think he's driving to school and back and to work around town, that's a tall tale sign. Stuff's missing in the house, missing money. You're very, very agitated when you're high as well. You're very irritable very easily. So that's another one.
Me and a lot of others would do it and actually be more productive when on it. So, I would be home all day getting high. My mom would come home and the laundry would be done. Everything would be clean. Everything would be organized. And that would be something that would be like, she'd come home, she'd be like, "Oh, thank you so much," and that was that.
Also, and I wouldn't say rest anything solely on this, but you generally smoke cigarettes. When you're on dope, you smoke double time. Your throat is pretty much numb, so you don't get affected by the smoke to smoke 3-4 cigarettes in a row. So
the signs are there, but they're really subtle. So it's not easy to pick up on, but if you're worried that someone's on it and you're looking for it, that's the giveaway.